Magic Realm can be a dangerous and frightening place, the Glint Hawk's watchful eyes will keep your artifacts safe, or will sacrifice our services for free. Glint Hawk Security, returning artifacts to their rightful owners since 2010. Glint Hawk Security.
Hello, welcome to Propaganda. It is 8/15/2026. We will not be having a show next week. I'll mention that a few times. Going to be at a cool little pickleball gathering and such. So anyway, I love Brute Squad. It's probably the deck I'm most proud of constructing. This, if you squint, is Brute Squad, but it no longer has Gingerbrute in it, so I renamed it. And I went completely in a different route with this. Gone is Metalcraft. So often I needed Krark-Clan Shaman to stay alive, and I'd have to wax my own team because after the damage happened, the counters would fall off, the artifact count would go down, my creatures would die, blah, blah, blah. So I lost Auriok Sunchaser and the 3/3 Metalcraft on the ground, dude, in favor of just a full-blown sky package. So we've got 20 flyers. We've got 4 Ornithopters, the Monitor, the Familiar, the Skyfishers, and the Glint Hawks. The only other creatures we've got, Krark-Clan Shaman and Flayer Husk. This is a really cool card because we can trip Village Rites with it. It adds to the Thoughtcast mana, and it acts as a kind of a finisher buffer and another bounce option other than the Refurbished Familiar. We are running the Toxin Analysis. So just up until this morning, in this spot of, I used to have these in the sideboard, and they do make an artifact, so it can be relevant to rocketing out things like the Utrom Monitor and Thoughtcast. But I just kind of wanted to have that option in the list to be able to gain a lot of life. What I did have for about 2 days was this Otitian Landmark. I really like this card. The problem being sometimes, and it's true for this too, sometimes I want this to be a Reterrothopter just because our land base is so colorless. We don't really have to rely on artifacts as much as we used to. So we're running all 8 of these. And so sometimes, and 2 Crumbling Vestige, sometimes you can power out like a Thopter or something. If it gets killed, sometimes you can be colorless for a little too long. It rarely happens, but that's the argument for turning these into maybe like a Reterrothopter, just another evasive flyer that you can cast with colorless mana that can act as Bird of Paradise mana. So so that landmark, I was just like, what the heck? I was like, it's a 1/4 flyer, and it was pretty fun to play with. But so depending on how you like to build it, we'll see how we do here. So woo, let's see, non-toxic people, thanks. All right, we'll play this dude and see what's up. Jump on in here. Hopefully Grogberg wasn't waiting around. I saw this option and we're gonna go for it. Sounds like somebody that's not gonna quit with a name like that. So, or not his name, but his little comment. So we'll say yes to this. We are an aggro list. We have a very good hand here. I'm just gonna power out our guy here, our Springleaf Drum, and call it a day. Just kidding. Woo. So yeah, we're going to a big lake party. We've got about 3 or 4 houses on this lake, and there's a big boat and everything. I am not going to go water skiing or any of those aquatic adventures, especially after just getting back to the court after my injury. Anyway, thank you for that, Chimpskey. I don't feel as bad now, but so I'm sorry, I've got to do a little pickleball aside here as we are warming up for game 1. My drill partner, Tom, he had a new paddle. It's one of the more popular paddles. I tried it and I could not miss. I was almost angered at how good this paddle was, or how good it made me. Usually you think hard work, dedication, drilling, all that. It was like a cheat code in my hand. The sweet spot on this paddle is bigger than the paddle. I couldn't, it's a J2CR if anybody's into pickleball. And so I immediately bought it and I played with it for the first time yesterday, and just, oh my goodness. Had I known, I wish I could add a time machine and go back in time. I mean, it is a magic equivalent of like playing Ancestral Recall instead of Faithless Looting, with where mana doesn't matter. You just have the colored mana. It's so ridiculous. I was having so much fun with it. So anyway, enough about that. Woo! Alrighty. So we've got the 2 options here. How much is this guy going to cost us? If we click on this, it's 2. Let me go. If I do that, power that up. We're a little stuck in the mud here. I think I'm just going to we'll power this out. I'm just going to return the drum just to not lose tempo here. Actually, we'll add mana while we do this, and then we'll return this. Come on, opponent. Yeah, I want to return the drum. Play the drum. For this. Still not going to quite work, is it? Yeah, I messed that up. I didn't really mess it up. I was just... For some reason, I thought we might be able to squeak that through, but I'd already dropped the land. Here we go. All right, looks like counter magic. Which one do we care more or less about? I'm going to lead off with Familiar for pretty obvious reasons. More important than attacking. I think I'm going to go this route. We'll drop this here. Problem with this play is if it gets countered, we're kind of dead in the water. I think I want to use this. I'll do that. Let's see if this works out. Little clunky start. It cost them a card regardless. Are they going to counter or not? This is big blue on our sideboard. We do have 2 Circle of Protection blues. We don't have as much ground crew other than Flayer Husk to get in the way of these big guys and make my little speed bump play that I'm fond of. So, in response, we do the other. All right. Clunky. We need like a Ornithopter, just about anything to show up here. Walmart paddles, yeah. No, it's about 3 times more expensive than the other paddle I was using, but well worth it. And it's got this really good grit on it that's actually based in firearms. I was pretty surprised to hear. Let me bring this out. I hate not having little creatures right now because I'm just counter dead, right? So we can't do that. We can't do this. Man, this is a really bad example of this this deck working. Now I'm kind of stuck too, where I almost want to charm them instead of develop the board here. Just going to get in. We're just one thing away from just kind of popping off, drawing cards, doing everything, but that countering the Familiar was a really good play. All right, let's go, Zach. Speed up, Zach 1995. Don't see opt all that often in these builds. Well, that's a big problem. I need to kill that as soon as possible. That's going to cause a whole lot of issues with getting me there online. All right, we'll drop this. We'll call blue. We'll go blue. Let's pay the 1 for the monitor. Bloop. And we might as well use this to do the thing. Whoop, whoop, ping. Come on, give me like Thopters and stuff. I'd like to be able to kill that thing this turn. Darn it. All right, well, off we go. We'll do this. I'm going to try to kill that thing next turn. Those multiple creature generations is a big pain in my side. So usually we have more of a start like this where we've got cannon fodder and then we're able to power everything up. But the countering of that is just a little bit of an awkward start there. But hopefully we get there. This next turn will be really big. Just got to kind of bait out a counter here. We've got plenty of speed bumps here. Got to be careful with Village Rites and not against this matchup. If a 5/5 shows up, I don't want to just eat my Flayer Tusk tokens all the time. But another note on Brute Squad. I've always tried to squeeze in a Skyfisher in there. And I don't want it to turn into some sort of Boros Kitty variant, but at the same time, the card's undeniably just powerful. And like so often, one of my favorite things about Skyfisher is you're stuck at 2 mana. It's your 3rd turn. You haven't drawn a land. Play Skyfisher, you return a land to your choice, replay. It's like you didn't miss a land drop. In an aggro shell, it's just got so many upsides. Thank you for that name, Chimpskey. It's been nice and overcast the mornings here, which is usually when I'm Playing tomorrow. I'm playing for about 5 hours in a tournament in Redondo Beach. Oh, yeah, called that. Representing counter spell. Wow. All right. Boy, what to take out? Oh, now I gotta. This is rough. I really hope I top deck another Thraben Charm here. All right. Not so. I want to save this block for that. I think I'm just gonna. I think the only way to win this is to kind of race. So I'm actually going to cast this to kill the flyer generator. Sorry for sniffing right into the mic. Come over for our version of 5. Oops. Nope. You stay back, people. Very glad I drew those germ tokens when I did. So this way, if we do draw into the typical Glint Hawk, Skyfisher bounce combination, it's very relevant in this matchup because we can just keep replaying germ tokens and getting in the way of 12 damage. So that's pretty sweet. And I know I say it every time I play this card. God, I love this artwork. It's so cool. Just the tilt, just the super rare use of color. Oh, I just love that art. There's some really ugly Crumbling Vestige art out there, so do yourself a favor. Ooh, here we go. Wow. We better win quick. That darn illusion token might end up saving them the game. They only have 1 card. And when you can, if you're playing this kind of style deck, always activate the Springleaf Drum before anything else. These can generate colorless mana. You're not really required or stuck to doing these ones either. So we'll go like this. We'll block or kill that one. And I'm taking 6, drawing 2. That's cool. This is kind of a dead card at this point. We get to about 3 mana with this build. You don't really want any more. Yeah, the Toxin, you don't need to be selfish with it. If you do draw a Toxin, just remember it is a 1-for-1 kill spell with an artifact bonus. So that's pretty sweet. Oh, this is rough. I literally can't survive next turn if I do this. I think I'll Thoughtcast with the bird here. So I really kind of promise this to come back. Okay, Skyfish is a good pull here. Yeah, sure. We'll play this. We'll use 2 white to bring back. I double check here real quick. Yeah, I'll bring back the Flayer token. Get a blocker out of the deal. Or recast it. It's funny when you have to use white mana for these. It's just these are too much. Oh, I should have used Vestige. That was a punt. We're not going to be blocking with the Skyfisher, so I might as well draw some more cards. But first, I'm going to do this so I can fund the cards. Utrom Monitor. Oh. All right, we're not going to be blocking with this. Might as well use it. It's just out to lunch, calling a sick day here. All right, this is cool. We got a charm. Feeling pretty good. Charmed life. Off we go. Feel like we got enough air power here. Very slow start. This usually comes out like a rocket ship, but gonna hiccup every once in a while. Snap. Oh man. Note to self, that's a big drawback. Ooh. 7 damage if I get all the way through. No, much better to block here. Yeah, note to self. This is kind of a new variety for me to be playing with in Brute Squad, so I really need to pay attention and use that as colorless mana for very obvious reasons. Block, the big old fatties. Take 5. Problem here. I'm gonna take one of these dudes out. Okay. We are gonna take one of these out. Creature damage. Get out of here, sucker. I want to do this pre-combat just in case they do have counterspell or some sort of tricknology I am not ready for. So let's do blue on this. Let's tap that for blue. We're not going to be blocking with it. See if we can get some sort of tricks out. All right. Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? I'll say black on this, tapping this, doing this. This white's really leaving me far behind. Pop. we go. Come on. Have we played this yet? We have not. Good, good, good. So I do have a blocker here. And I can make that hit for 4. I will have to block with that. But in the meantime, let's make this hit for 4. I'll attack. Going to do the block sack thing here. So for the longest time, the map token, what is it? Offering, Frenetic Offering, I forget what it's called, the 2-mana one. There were so many times I was marooned at the 2-mana spot, just like this, same combat. So I will always say that map token generation is awesome, but I'm trying to win right now. And this is an aggro list, and I didn't want to be waiting around for a Deadly Dispute style mana when I had Village Rites, and I'm oftentimes doing that. Plus, it really screams with Flayer Husk. You still have the artifact. You lose a little germ token, usually saving 6 life or something like that, as we've seen about 3 times. Yes, Fanatical Offering, that's the one. Thank you, Chimpskey. Yeah. Digging for some sort of bounce. If they have bounce, they just win here. It's 11 damage, so. Always been a critic of this list. Obviously, I'm not going to deny it's very powerful, but it's super one-dimensional. It's obviously why it works really well, too. But COP blue are just little dorks on the ground, usually getting its way. Yep, they got it. Well, I can at least do this to see what we're going to draw. Sacrifice the creature? Sure. I'll make them not be able to do the thing. Yeah, and we lose. Unless they forget to attack. Maybe we can trick them if they auto-yield real quickly or something like that. But so Snap wins the game there. Really close one. Big blue. L. We're starting the day off with. All right. It's weird when I join another person's game. They have no idea. Maybe they don't even know about propaganda. So we'll bring in 2 of those. I don't know if I want a 4th of this. It's mostly for like go wide like the Rally the Hornburg list. So we're bringing 3 cards here. Skyfisher, I could probably get rid of 2 of these. Toxin Analysis I really like in this matchup. Flayer Husk, obviously, kind of a mainstay keep. I'm going to keep those. I'm going to lose 1 more Skyfisher. Technically kind of the most clunky. Always cost 2, right? There's no downside to that. You could argue if we have Flayer Husks out, we're going to want to bounce them a lot, but I want to try to just go on and get there. Here we go. Solitary Tormod's Crypt. Let's see if we can. That's about as close as a game 1 as you can get. That was pretty fun. Oops, mulligan this. All right, I'll keep this. I got double drum. Always keep your drums over your lands. If you have 1 land, you're good. We'll keep this. And I'll get rid of the encampment here. Yeah. These are my favorite hands. Land, Thopter, drum. Always an auto keep. And we shall see why real quick. 2 flyers on turn 1, and we have mana for everything. And because we're the aggro here, I'm just going to go crazy on this. Just try to get aggro down immediately, returning the Thopter here for no tempo loss. If you can afford it, please get these Thopters. They're so much more pleasing in the eyes. Shout out to Franz von Winkle. Woo! Here we go. Cyclopean Scarecrow. Huh? Is that a card? There's quite a few Scarecrows in Pauper. I think there's like 6 or 7. If you're not counting changelings. It's like the worst little Jeopardy trick. Mephit Ran, I haven't heard from you in a while. Brown border is best border. Yes, I know. I need to bring artifacts back. Mirrodin block was so lame for that reason, boy. All right, let's get Metalcraft online. We're still 1 away, right? You know what? I think it's worth it. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this. 2 damage. I'd rather draw 2 cards. Let's go. Is he doing the thing? Oh, no. If we only our Ornithopter was untapped. All right, here we are. I think Thoughtcast is going to be more important than the Familiar, depending if they just leave 2 islands up and pass. Might have some thinking to do. Franz Wowinkle. go. All right, really like this draw, actually. It's another blocker, it's another accelerator. Good to go. We'll say black on this, see if they want to counter this. If not, it should be set up nice. I don't think this is a counter in most aspects. You do want to discard quite a few things in these styles. And let's see what they go with. Analysis. All right, remember my rule. Try to use the drum first. We'll do this here. Buying some cards. Do they got the counter? They do. All right. I got 4 turns starting next turn. But now we're hellbent. Darn it. Let's not look at it as a darn it. Let's look at we've used our cards more efficiently than our opponent. They're just staring at them. Ours are always in the graveyard or on the ground. Isn't that where you want them? I know Mind Stab was... I first wanted to say critical, but I don't think it was critical. It was just a play pattern he noticed where it was like, I do tend to want to exhaust my mana options every turn. And I don't think that's a bad thing. In some builds it might be, but I think if I was a pie chart, the biggest chunk would be efficiency. All right, another counterspell in the yard. That's good news. Only 1 mana up. We don't really have that many quality blockers. I mean, you could argue Ornithopters, but... Oh, yeah. Refurbished Familiar in a multiplayer game. That's got to be brutal. Son, I've still been playing a lot of Rainbow Stairwell. God, that format's fun. Come on, Zach. What you got? Okay, let's top deck a CLP blue and just end this right now. Far from ended. Yuck, don't like that. I'd actually rather keep that in my hand. Against a counterspell deck at this stage of the game, a land or whatnot, they always think you might be baiting them, so you play the good spell first, and they're like, oh, what thing is coming next that I should probably wait and not be counter happy, as our little Pauper parlance is fond of quoting. And then, haha, it's just a land. Save the best for last is a quote for a reason, right? I like the little Ixalan mana symbol, or not the this thing, the set identifier. A little pirate wheel with like a compass flare to it, or a compass flare with a pirate wheel insinuated. All right, I'll let the 5 through. We'll block the 6 unless another 5/5 joins the party. Expansion symbol. There you go. Whatever Chimpskey says. I'm grasping at straws here. Come on now. We're going to get him to 10 this turn. A deck that plays Snap. That's kind of scary against us. All right. I like this. We'll go blue on this. We'll be at 10 this turn ourselves. So yeah, I lost Of One Mind and the whole human thing. It was becoming too much of a hindrance to build around Of One Mind. Oh boy, what a horrible draw that was. Good God. Bring out Holdout Settlement. We will play the drum now, just to give the illusion of more things on the battlefield. And I love Of One Mind and the original Brute Squad build. There's definitely a time and a place for it. But like I said, with the metagame the way it is right now, that I just need that board wipe. And a lot of times Breath Weapon can't get there, so you have to rely on something like a Krark-Clan Shaman. And it just contrasts a little bit too much. So like if we dropped Shaman right now, we could technically just wipe the board. We could lose all of our drums and our Ornithopters. We'd still have our offense out there and such. So that ability to just kind of like go Nova, like Thebes. I was just listening to the Alexander the Great on Dan Carlin's Hardcore History podcast. Easily one of my favorite podcasts ever. They're like 3-4 hour long chunks. And it goes in depth with Alexander the Great and how the Greek people never forgave him for his... he literally leveled Thebes in one day, just almost out of like bitterness. Like, blaming it on something that had been done or people that had been killed like hundreds of years before, but rallied everybody to his side and that. And there was a few historians that said it looked in our terms like an atomic bomb went off, and they did it in one day. It was like the equivalent of Los Angeles being leveled. Like it was that big of a city to like the world trade and like the worldwide concept of cities and stuff. It was just so brutal. Petulant attack. All right, here we are. Woo! We're blocking. We're both at 10. Don't have any ammunition. Yes, it looks like counter magic's about to greet us. Oh, I kind of like this draw. All right, so I'm gonna do a thing here where I'm gonna make it look like I've got some really nasty little trick here. And then I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm not gonna do it. And then I'm gonna say, oh, do you want to buy into this? Because we still got the mystery card. See, it's a big turn here. Snap still wins the game. This was a hollow board. You could always equip the husk and swing for 5 as opposed to 4. Make it a 2-turn clock, but right now we're just trying to stay alive. All right, they call their bluff. We're going to lose. We're going to go down. They got us. There's done the math on that before. Where was our COP blue? We had plenty of ways around that. Darn it, we just didn't draw too sharp that turn. No problem. Go up. Here we go. And boom, game 2. Oh, I've got that set at 1 player. See, match. Is that a keepable hand? It is not. Haha. I feel like we tempted fate and beat it there. I was like, give me a bad draw. Didn't count, sucker. Yeah, Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. Highly recommend. He has about 3 different podcasts. This guy comes out with a podcast about every 6 months to a year. And when you hear one, you'll know why. It's so cool because it has its little intro, which is no longer than the Propaganda song. And then it's 3 or 4 hours of just wall-to-wall information. It's so dense and awesome. He's got a great voice. There's no ads. You can just turn it on and go to sleep. And it's like a old grandpa telling you a story about really cool things. He's got at the very, very, very end of the show, they will ask you to go to his website and donate like $1 for the thing if you thought it was worth it and stuff. So it's kind of how I would structure a show. Meaning you're not going to make much money, but it's a very good little gem in the rough to find, you know. Oh yeah, Casting of Bones. Remember that one too. Oh yeah, that's a Dreamer Stango with the good quote up there. Sorry, I missed that one when it went live. Yeah, I've got a Bottle Gnome Bourbon queued up in the show notes here. And I was listening to that, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but I was like, that's probably got to be one of the best written commercials. Just the density of like inferences for, Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. So, well, rather than look at a white screen as we wait around for hopefully our next victim, we're looking at, I just put all the flyers in this spot. So we've got 20 flyers, a whole lot of utility here, and then the draw spells. So we can deal with graveyards, creatures, just about anything thanks to Thraben Charm on game 1, and then you can fine tune as you go along. I really respect red. As you can see, we've got Missionary. I'm not quite sure, if I'm not being dishonest, how I would board against a typical, we might see it today. Like, you really got to lose a lot of stuff. Toxin Analysis and Krark-Clan I would like to keep in there just for the huge life gain swing there, but it'd be interesting. Got to lose something, right? Maybe, yeah, probably Skyfisher is usually my first go-to. I don't really want to touch much more offense than that, but I'd probably be a variety of Skyfisher, Flayer Husk. That would get the blue blasts in there. And then we would need 3 more spots. Creature-wise, who knows? I don't know. Maybe in this build, I'd want to go with Aven Riftwatcher over Lone Missionary. Problem with Aven Riftwatcher, talking old school like 2005 sort of sideboard tech or main deck, is that two life is only 4 if it goes for the longevity. And the red decks are getting so fast now, you can't really count on that. So it's more of like a gain 2 life spell. All right, here we are. And Antonio DV 14. Yeah, I was considering another Toxin in the sideboard. Sad when I got 2 COP blues and we just didn't see them. Oh, again, This is just the holy trinity of this style. You got land, drum, free spell, you just keep. It's gross. We got Metalcraft turn 1, a flyer, any color mana we want. We've got the combo in hand if we need it. Wax the board, pretty nice. Oh, we had that game 1. If that snap didn't show up, I hate when people do that logic against me. Like, if you didn't draw X, Y, and Z, I would have won. It's like, yeah, if reality was different, things would be different. I find myself, this hand just got better. We'll play out the drum. Don't stop here, folks. There's a lot of cards to be played still. 2, in fact. A lot of people, you see them like first time they play this is where they end. It's like, no, you've got free options here. Your creature might be sick, but it likes to make mana. Here we go. And if we were landless, might consider holding on that to get double pump white mana next turn. Miss a land drop, play it, tap it, or tap it, return it, play it again. Get 2 mana for the price of 1, folks. Oh, Yogi Bear said that. That's a good one. More pickleball news. We've got the second of 3 or 4 big parties here in town. It's a big dinner bash party. Everybody brings their best dish. Everybody drinks a little too much, talks pickleball, plays ping pong, and everything other than pickleball, and all the merrier. I am so excited tonight for the UFC fight. If you about three years ago, I was very high on a fighter called Brian Ortega. It's been so long I forgot his first name, and he got mauled by Holloway. Just brutal. They should have stopped that fight so much sooner than they did. I did not see that coming. The idiot, I think his ego got in the way, similar to Ronda Rousey, where she just was like, oh, everybody critiqued her for like being good at arm bars, and it got to her, and she lost against Holly Holm, I'm convinced, because she abandoned plan A, and she was just like, I'll show you, I'll punch. And it's like, yeah, I'll show you right to the mat. Same thing happened with Brian Ortega. He hasn't fought since. There was about 2 fights, I think, that he was supposed to come back. There was some injury. I think there was a weight cut issue one time, but he's one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners. At least 3 years ago he was. So tonight he fights, and I'm really excited about it. We already have a colorless option. I'm going to get our mana right. We're going to do this. This is good to see. We've got green across from us, and we've got the killer combo in hand. All right, well, let's just get out of Skyfisher here, start thrashing. Really good options here. We'll keep this. Yeah, I want to return Ornithopter. Play this. Even Phyrexian Walker, the 0/3, you could put that in here if you wanted in those 2 spots if you don't like the Toxin Analysis main. Obviously, it's going to work out really well for us here. Let's open this up. We are up against Elves. Dismiss. They're going to have some sort of a Nova turn here, and we'll play accordingly. Actually, we don't even have to. It's so nice to have the Toxin option because of the tricks with Tuk and like Timberwatch Elf being able to keep 2 or 3 guys alive through damage. It's just, I love it. It's so cool to have that. One of the cool things with that landmark card, the white artifact at the top of the show I was talking about, that you could give Krark-Clan Shaman flying when it attacked and then, nuke the board from underneath. That was a pretty cool little option. We'll let him keep doing this. Maybe you could still make a commercial spin about WWA fight, about MTG card fighters pauper style. Yeah, I'd have to see. In Pursuit of Knowledge, what do you think of Old Thrush? Can you bring that up, Chimpskey, please? I'm not quite sure if that's a pauper card. I'm assuming it might not be a pauper card. Old Thrush, flying, gain 2 life. Yeah, for 2 mana, I want more of a card. Offensively speaking, anyway. I mean, Skyfisher didn't make the cut for the longest time. Okay, we'll do this. We'll bring out our Monitor, which is just a bird of paradise in disguise with this build, with haste. We will draw some cards. Well, that's lame. All right, well. So now, as you can see, even if we didn't have the Toxin Analysis, we could go 1, 2, 3. We could wax the board for like Mern Forcer level style and still fly, as opposed to the last few builds of Brute Squad. you know, I'd have a Auriok Sunchaser out, and if it loses enough artifacts, all of a sudden it loses flying, and then it's dead, and then you have like this anemic attack the next time. Yeah, I have zero. My son and I had a little bit of an argument's too strong of a word. He picked out 3 cards that he liked, and I thought they were a bit of a reach. There's the Faithless Looting Equipment card was probably his favorite, but I'm like, okay, after that works once, I think it has Equip 4 or something. I mean, it's like, who in their right mind is going to have that much time in a competitive game of Magic to do that? I just felt like a reach. It's like, so when sets come out, I think there's an obligation or like a desire to, there has to be something there. And I think sometimes there's just not. And I think the Hobbit's that way. I haven't delved really deep into it, but nothing really seems too sexy to me. Creatures control gain haste. All right. Well, it's time for our Krark-Clan Shaman to show up and just shut the door here. Plunder the tools for an instant. Yeah, still, I think there's better options out there. I don't know. Is anybody really excited about a certain cards coming out? You know. Sure, we'll just play this for the red value here instead of having to tap a resource. Bring this out. Call red. They're gonna like lose like a few or gain some stress points when Elf deck sees red generated. It's like, oh crap. We can just tap the Shaman for black with the drum if we need to and just do the thing. Always hold control. Yeah, I can see a control list really liking that card. 1 or 2. Kind of a deep analysis style effect. But little Drago variants. It seems to have gone by the wayside, the whole. I mean, I guess Big Blue's the most similar to that. Just end of turn sort of shenanigans. But 1, 2, 2, 4. We've got the win. I don't think they can win from here. It's always frustrating. It's like, do you commit here? So let's pretend Skyfisher was Auriok Sunchaser and I didn't have the Toxin Analysis plan. So I'd have to lose, you know, even if I lost the Drum and the Thoughtcast, which is kind of key, doing about 2 damage, it would nuke my side of the board. He wants to overcommit. I'm fine with this. Why they don't have Tuk. Now, Giant's Boulder is a reprint, right? There are so many like Indiana Jones style big artifact cards like that. Just boom. Do lots of damage. Oh, variant of other cards. All right. Yeah. I'm speaking a bit ignorantly. I looked at the Hobbit set before it was fully fleshed out, and then I asked my son to come up with his favorite 3, and basing it on those 2 things, I was like, eh. And then, you know, sometimes Discord used to be really good at like showing off. Hold on a minute here. What do we got? They're really going for it. But Discord used to be really good with their spoilers, and people would have like 2 or 3 of a set, and they discuss. I haven't seen that in about a year. It's whoever was, administering that has definitely gone bye-bye. I wonder what tricks they got. They have no way of generating anything other than green mana right now, so. Tom B. Made to start playing Pauper this week with the Rat Goes Meadows after dropping my last weekend. Nice. Good to have you in the ranks. I played the last 2 Sundays. I almost made top 30. I got like 34th place. You have to get top 32. What was I playing last week? Oh, I played Blackline Destruction on a Sunday. Anything I've... All right. Well, I'm just going to do this here. All right. Play lobby. Gotcha, elves. All right. 1 and 1. Let's go. Custom match. Create. Woo! Good times. I should have worn my little capybara hat. Maybe if I take a bathroom break, I'll go get it on. The little place in town, I came up with this cool design of a capybara with a pickleball paddle, and it just says capybala. I think I mentioned that a week or two ago, but I got the shirts back. Got 2 hats made, one for me and one for my wife because she really liked the design too. And it's just my pickleball spirit animal. Ooh, Budzik. I've played this guy over 100 times. Good player. Love the amphibian. Who's this card? Long River Lurker. I am in California time myself. Pacific Standard, or PDT. Oh, God, I wish I had one land with this hand. Beautiful hand if we had a land. Mulligan. Need to stare at that a little bit longer. Okay, this is why. Look at this. This is a put away if we don't have Husk or if we don't have a 1 mana. Look, a lot of times people look at this list and they go, oh, this looks like jank because you're playing with. It's like, no, this is fuel. We will keep this. Probably return Skyfisher with this build. Yeah. Again, Skyfisher is probably our weakest flyer. And that's saying something, right? That's a pretty cool thing to be able to claim. Ooh, Artie. Well, this got better, didn't it? Well, I guess we'll power just the drum out here. I'll go crazy next turn. I missed the moniker Brute Squad, but it went from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Might have been guilty of magic nepotism, if you could say a card's related to you, of just wanting to keep calling it Brute Squad. So I'd always shove one in there under the ruse or the sideways logic of like, hey, if a monarch or initiative is a thing, you can steal it. But in reality, I was just trying to keep the moniker alive. Here we go. Let's bring out Token Monitor, I think is what we want to do here. Token Monitor. Blue, boom. I think so too, Dreamer Stingo. You have, with Skyfisher now, Flayer Husk just got exponentially better. It sure didn't show the first game, right? Against all these 5/5s. It did show. We were about to win that first game, but then, Snap put us to bed. And even then we had the Village Rites for the out, but perfect amount of too much pressure. All right, I like this a lot. We're going to do this first. Yeah, this is better than mana, so we're going to go like this. This is one of the most obvious combos in the list here. Play the Familiar. I'll play it again this turn. Actually, let's attack. Yeah, the Krark-Clan Shaman is absolutely useless against us. Wait. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Yep. Let's go for 3. There's Affinity. Typical Affinity build. Okay, so they don't have cast down. Otherwise, our monitor would be dead. Assuming. They don't really know if that's our best creature. It is. Newsflash. Glint Hawk. Doing the thing. Returning this. Oh, we're stuck. No, we're not. We can make them discard 2 cards. Turn it into a Mind Rich. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Have I even played this yet? I don't even think I did this yet. I had that locked up. All right, no more mana, please. Just creatures. That'd be nice. Tooth of Chiskora used to always be on this list. All right. So now here, we can equip up our Refurbished Familiar twice if we needed to get through, but yikes. We just made them discard 2, and thanks to the Refurbished Familiar, they drew 2. Good grief. That was a hell of a turn for our opponent. That does nothing. It's a good blocker, though. Had these guys not shown up, here we go with the alternate reality scenarios, right? I could spend this turn, play this, double equip, make this like at least a 3/3 so that it's not too worried about that. I think that still might be the play here. Actually, let's use this mana while we can. I'll say this for this, and then we'll just kill it. Put this on here. I don't mind if this dies. This will require a steady block still. Let's attack here. Offer it up. Let's go. Plenty of artifacts. We'll just block with a Ornithopter. Pickleball Tribal. That's awesome. That's why we get 5 in. We do lose our monitor. They do 2 for 1 themselves, though, in the process. All right, I'll cast this out. I have 2 blockers if we need it. Pickleball spoof. No, I won't go that far. You know, I was just, the last 2 weeks, I've really been just, I really want to do another commercial. It feels like too big of a reach. Like nothing's too on the nose obvious. I'm tired of these aloof, where you have to be a pauper expert to know what I'm referencing. I'm trying to find stuff that just kind of screams like, use me, you know, that sort of thing. Let's block here. Let's block here too. Let's just keep it 20. Really don't want to see a blood fountain show up. Good, good, good. All right. This is good. This is very good. I think returning the familiar might be better than the husk here. Depends if one of these things dies or not. Let's go. A couple ways to roll with this. I think I'm just want to stay air power centric. We'll go like this, bring back the Refurbished Familiar. Now in response to this, they do kill it. We just bring back husk and then play it, right? Bloop. Off we go. Do this to here to here. We're going to be taking 8. Not that big of a deal. Let's go. What are we losing? Something good. No, just a boring Vault of Whispers. Okay. We can hit for 8 next turn in the air if we equip the husk. We will be taking 8 this turn. Okay. I guess they had no removal in their hand. This is good. Thraben Charm. I could probably lose 2 of these. Don't really care about the graveyard. It's more of like kind of spot removal. I think I might want to steal one of their intros there. I do like me some Hydroblasts here. I think 3 of these is fine. Let's bring in 2 Hydroblasts. Makeshift munitions. There's Galblasts. There's quite a few options there. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Again, you know, we still have 2 Toxin Analysis, which is a 1 for, I mean, a Flayer Husk or whatever can take down the biggest creature in Pauper with that, you know, make an artifact. Yeah, if I'm sitting on a Thraben Charm to counteract a blood token, and I think I'm playing losing magic. Ooh, this is Super Flood, 5 mana. Look at that. Slow start off of the top too. All right, we have a vestige. We have a settlement. Do we chance it? Yeah. So we could power out a Krark-Clan Shaman turn 1, settlement turn 2, and then have options. I think I'm going to gamble with that. I'm going to keep that. We'll throw the charm back. Say done here. We are on the draw too, so hand might get better. Uh-oh. They kill our Shaman, we're in really deep trouble if our mana situation doesn't improve. We really want to see like a Flayer Husk here or Ornithopter. Okay, we do not. I'm going to go with plan A here. We can just draw into mana, but I'm just saying for right now, we're kind of marooned here. Bloop. See if they spend their turn killing it or not. Hopefully we get to untap. We can at least kill it ourselves if we need to Village Rites it. Not the optimal option. All right, cool. It lives. Hold on a minute. I thought I had my phone on. So quiet. Okay. Boop, boop, ba-doom. I am the color fixer of Pauper. That is for sure. Boy, that is just dead in the water, isn't it? The only color, careful not to attack here. The only color option we have is to tap this, right? I think I'm going to do the Skyfisher here for pretty obvious reasons. We'll do this here, this. We'll bring back the Vestige. We have a colored source next turn. Blanc. We played it. All right, just checking. We can't even activate Krark-Clan Shaman, which is kind of cool. It's almost like its own little hexproof. Like, oh, that's not worth even killing. There's not even an artifact out there to sacrifice. Very clunky start here. Oh, we won the first one. Gotta remember that. Skyfisher down. Nothing we can do about it. Bloop. Had we had that out, we could have Village Rites did at least. They took out our worst flyer in the list. Good news. Here we go. Yeah, when is this deck going to help us out here? I think I'm going to attack and then Village Rites our dude. And just gamble. I'm kind of stuck doing nothing. We don't have an artifact. It's kind of showcasing a bit of, when this deck can go wrong. It can go really wrong as far as, tripping up on mana. Remember our first hand was it 5 mana? Ornithopter and like a Skyfisher. Where's that hand now, right? I really do like the mana in this list, though. We'll bring this out. I'll call black. I just need to draw some cards. We'll kill our dude. Give me not that. This is a perfect picture of this deck kind of screwing itself. Like it can really get in deep trouble. You get one little thing out there, and it's like a cascade. Like I can cast everything, but boy, if you're out of, especially colorless creatures like the Husk or the Ornithopter, and you draw kind of funky like this, it can leave you high and dry. But you can come back at light speed. All of a sudden, you just have an instant army of like flyers on one turn. You just blop 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 blop, just throw everything down. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Survivors Encampment. I like the artwork of Holdout Settlement better. That was my logic there. Yeah, I've thought about Navigator's Compass a lot. There we go. Ay. This is still kind of clunky, right? We got to return the den the turn we play it just to get a creature out there. Yes. It's just like, no, I'll let it die. All right, so we can kill it. We can Hydroblast. We're giving Affinity way too much time. Looks like we're going to go to a game 3 here. So spooky last night at work. It's about an 80 foot high building that they're building with just iron the size of like my arms, the thickness. It's beautiful. But there was a very, very, very steady ocean breeze last night. And there's you could just hear canvas whipping around. I don't know why they have so much canvas up there. I guess to keep particles or paint or something. And so it's flapping around. There's this light and the metal was groaning a little bit. I was like, oh man, I wish it was October. This feels like a Halloween 101. Can't do nothing about that. We are losing this game. We're going to be going to a game 3, it looks like. Yeah, this is getting grim quick. Their plan hurts our plan. It's one of the most hated cards for this list. We do not want these to land. Makeshift Munitions ruins this list. This is going to be a very tough matchup. So much so that what did we learn? Maybe a dust to dust style thing. SB because of flying synergy like us. So now, our Krark-Clan Shaman plan, it's like, yeah, nice play, right? Now we do need that little landmark dude to give it flying. So and even that one really worked. But a 1/4 flyer, that card I was talking about, let me just name it just so people don't get like lost. Octaglan Landmark. Yeah. This one. Yeah. 1/4 flyer. Pretty sweet. It does scry too as well. Get out of here. All right. Man, this is rough. Is this like a block sack effect here? We've only got one artifact here. We're just going to walk this one back. Concede. It's way too much tempo lost there. Deck gave us all mana and then no mana. Change of plan. That flying package, I forgot how flying centric that list can be. These Krark-Clan Shamans don't really seem like they're... I'm going to actually cut all but one of them. We'll lean on these to keep the skies open and hopefully go from there. I do like the 2 Hydroblasts. I don't want to overboard. I'm going to keep the analysis there. And the off chance we can take out their 3/3 with maybe like a Glint Hawk and make it do the thing. Oh, yeah, I can't imagine that the only thing they're going to be attacking blue with is the Monitor. That's really, really only against big blue. And I have 2 for the reason of it. The first one might get countered. I mean, and I want to see it early and often. Yep. Because when you have that window of when to drop something against that list, you got to take it. Yeah. If I go... This is rough. I mean, I could play Husk, and if I don't draw another land, what do we got? We got Glint Hawk, return land, play it, and we have nothing. I'm going to mulligan this. Ooh, man, this is really fighting us. We're going to mulligan again. Let me double check. All we can do is power out a drum, and we don't have any Ornithopters or anything like that. So we will keep this. Get rid of both Village Rites, maybe? I'm just going to do that. Bring out a drum. Let's go. Very weak start. Maybe Elves handedly. Barely lost to Big Blue. It was a double loss, though, so we'd have to reference that. But yeah, maybe a Dust to Dust is needed. No, I mean, if it's very ninja-centric, Chimpskey, I would, just because it's a nice way to turn off ninjas. Used to be able to... you know, the 3/3 ground crew and stuff like that was big enough. This one's more concerned with attacking, turning things sideways in the air, so I don't really block as much. So, yeah, I would probably bring it in. Of course, you argue, you know, you've got Krark-Clan Shaman to kind of mop up the pieces and things like that, but whatever. So, here's something I'm fond of doing with this so that I don't lose a land tempo. We're kind of stuck here for whatever. So I'm going to do this. Instead of returning the land, I'm going to return the drum because we can't really do much else this turn. That way I don't miss a land drop. Play it again. Play this out. Let's go. They should. Dreamer Stingo. I'm in agreement. Wizard should do a lot of things. Ah, we can't save it. God, look at our hand. We can do anything, but we just have nothing. It's so weird when this deck gets flooded. I mean, all right, we have that at least. Bring this out. I wanted to point something out. Look at the... Yeah, we have 15 lands, but then you got to factor in the drum. So, you know, it feels like you're playing 18 or 19-ish lands because of the drum effect, but so many games were lost in the early builds when I had 1 or 2 less lands. So including the drums, I would be at like 17 mana sources, and there was, you had these explosive turns, but boy, you auto lost a lot of matchups too. So that's a good quote. That'd be a good quote. All right, we'll lose the Vestige. Bloop. Do we just kill that for tempo's sake? We can't. We have no creature. Do 0 damage to Refurbished Familiar. Oh, go on, deck. It'd be so cool if this made a, like, you know, does damage equal to this, exile player, and then instead of the enchantment one, it says put a 1/1 soldier token in a play or something. Then that would be just like, la, just a whole nother level. I might even be able to whisk away some of the Flayer Husk, but I don't know. That's one constant in this build. I should have called it Husk Squad. That's the one card that's been kind of a steady, permanent. It's probably one of the few lists where Glint Hawk's clearly better than Skyfisher. And this, when it's this, I say low to the ground talking about flyers. So what are we talking about? Pigeons? Oh man, this is so awkward. One artifact, we got plenty of that. I gotta get rid of that. And my buddy was cracking up. He was like, you had to write ads for these paddles for pickleball, because when I said that, I was just so euphoric about how well the paddle was hitting, and I was just like, the sweet spot's bigger than the paddle, and just everybody erupted with laughter. It's like, missed my calling. All right, we'll do this. This is a very good pull, because Skyfisher's a lot of things. One of them, it's got like a J-Lo sized backside. It's hard to kill. Let's go. Bring this out. We'll go blue on this. Here we go. Option achieved. We are breath weapon proof. I didn't remember that one. Don't ask me to do math. That's not my job. Yeah, never been a big. I've never been super proficient with math, but God, I love it. I used to love when big problems, you get paper out and you hit equals and it's like 0, and you're like, that has to be right. Or it comes out to like a clean number and there are all these digits, you know. We lose a monitor. I suggest that they have a very sideboard heavy or not very proactive hand going on, or they have another Toxin Analysis. Does it say how many quotes we've had over the years? I wonder what the full count is. Spellbomb does nothing against us. Consider putting a Spellbomb in this list. Thraben Charm's just too flag. Man, it's really frustrating. I'm just going to hold on to this land. It's much better being a mystery than it is a land. That's a terrible quote. We should delete that quote. That's like saying "the" is a quote or something. It should be like flavor text. It should arouse a slight grin. This is true. All right, better than them drawing a card is us discarding a din. We're losing. We have lost. To sound like Ganon from Zelda. Only if you watch the cartoon. Taken 5. We got I don't know what we could draw here. What would be the best? It's bad when you can't even think of what your best draw is going to be, right? And the Skyfisher. Not that. All right, we're scooping. Darn it. The gods are against us. Okay, I'm going to go get bladder checked, coffee filled, and I'll be back right after this.
Let's go! And they're off. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite log drop. The premise is simple. Each contestant does their best to scamper across the spinning timbers without getting dumped.
Stay dry, good. Get wet, bad.
First up, Tammy Gagarin.
That's out.
Let's see what she does. Oh, a full footer rolling. Oh, like flies in a window.
She's going to be on her back for a while.
Right you are, Ken. Here's receptionist Tamala Lee.
Easy, Tinkerbell. Now listen, you just got to get through that first set. Wow.
And
Just
here she
gotta get
goes.
over
It
that.
sounds like she's got
Really?
like an odd preparation right there.
Just
I
go.
think it's a breathing thing, Vic.
Here we go.
Right you are, Ken. Let's see if it works. She is down, Ken.
Rest in peace.
Greg's hobby is writing humorous obituaries for his friends.
Whoa, he's going to need one for himself.
She's a freelance
You're
corporate
gonna have to
mascot.
Swing over
I'm
the.
available for training seminars,
yeah, that way.
retirement parties, and product launches.
Button.
And here she goes as she launches herself. Heads out across. Oh, mistake there. No! Man, let's take another look at that.
Now she's a mascot for roadkill.
Right you are. Let's see. Right there. Oh, completely crashed into an inverted speculum. That hip bone is now mulch. And here's Regina Teller, inventor of Timeout Pepper Spray for the really terrible twos. There she goes, moving nicely.
Oh, man, her childbearing days are over.
Right you are, Ken. Let's take another look at that. She just gave herself a big timeout.
I'm on the juice!
And here's Arnold Atlas. He's a flacciphobe. Fears involuntary softness.
I only wish I had that problem.
Oh, look at that. He was stiffly shoved into the water can. Let's see that again on the replay.
Yeah, right here. Look how stiff he is. You can see his little red head snapping back and forth. Then he falls into our canal of mystery fluids.
We've handmade our signature bottle gnome bourbon for over 5 centuries. We use 3 different types of grains: crop rotated corn, rye with infused relics, and malted barley from Ginju fields. Only the finest radiant fountain water is used, which contains limestone that contributes to a better tasting bourbon, helping to add nutrients like Mage Mark magnesium and calcium that our newly sprout swarm yeast needs to thrive. Next, we mill our grains every upkeep and cook them using the fiery breath of kiln fiends. From there, we vapor snag mutagenic samples till we get the alcohol content exactly right. Finally, our bourbon is aged in new, fire-forged and patented trefoil oak barrels, a distinction we take pride in. As seasonal rituals change, temperatures rise and fall, and our bourbon interacts with the woodland spirits. The color and the flavor of the now fully mature bourbon comes from the caramelized Sprite sugars and the charred oak until it is ready to be untapped and bottled. Bottle Gnome Bourbon, a magically reinforced blend of the finest quality.
Available at all Singer superstores.
And we're back. One of my very favorite commercials. Buddy Eric Bergman was the voiceover artist on that. We have a very good hand here. Double-thopter. We can do stuff. Lots of stuff. Do we want to do it right now? This is going to cost 2, so never mind. All right, off we go. We might have to kill one of these. Those used to be used in the like 2005-ish realm. That's how scarce good life gain was. Those were in sideboards of decks that won weekends. Pretty crazy. Just for tempo's sake, I'm going to kill one of our guys. It's a little awkward. I just would rather do that than miss a land drop. Hopefully we hit a land drop. If we don't, this good hands can... Oh my gosh. Come on, let's go. I won so much this week fine-tuning this, thinking we're going to have a good... We're already 2-1, or 1-2, I should say. We beat Elves, we lost to Affinity, and had a close one against Big Blue. All right, well, here's the matchup we were curious about. Tapping the Thopter. My stomach's acting up a bit. I might have to cut the show for this last round. Big Blue. I think I had too much creatine this morning. Fate. So many blue decks, you got to be really careful. Give me land. Like, all right, cool. We'll do that. Ooh, let's bring out a Skyfisher, shall we? Let's go white on this. Bum, bum, bum. We'll do this. God, I hope this doesn't get countered. Don't have a force spike, please. Yep, we'll bring this back. All right, we're off to the races here. Similar game plan. Probably lose Krark-Clan Shaman. It's an irritating move. Oh, all right. They're going to be able to turn on Ninja here. Even if they do, we still have the Skyfisher play, and we still have a blockers for everything. So it's what I do kind of miss Tooth of Jesgora, so I can block with Thopters and kill things like this. But Deep Hour is the one I was hoping it was. Just, our Skyfisher will have something to say about that. They probably have another snap or something, but we shall see. Alrighty. Could do that. Could drop that. Could just kill the thing right now, but I'd rather just get our Skyfisher out. You know what? I think we should return the settlement here. Let me do that instead. That way I don't miss a land drop. I mean, I kind of do, but play it, and then we get another creature. Boop. That way, if they do bounce Skyfisher, we can block the ninja. Might not want to with Village Rites in our hand, but whatever. Almost ready for a Refurbished Familiar, but it's not that great of a in this matchup other than just the discard effect because all of their creatures trade with it. But hey, that's one less fairy on the board, right? Whoo! God, I can't wait to play tomorrow. Having 3 weeks off, that was brutal, but did wonders for my healing and everything else. Speaking of healing, my little scars from surgery, feeling really good. Yep. Double snaps already down. Such a good card, especially in a tempo-based list with counter magic. Boy, They're all in on this Strix plan. Shouldn't be that surprised. They did use a ninja after all. This mild irritations here. Double snap in the yard. Only 2 left if they're running the full set. We're down 2 cards. Counter magic up and at the ready. This list is surprisingly resilient against Spellstutter Sprite, even though it's so low and so aggro and quick. It doesn't really have many 1-drops. A lot of our big threats are 4 mana or higher, but we play them for 1, so it's a neat little caveat. All right, come on, just give me like an ancient den here. That is a creature. Let me do the Skyfisher plan again. I don't know how many damn times they're going to be able to pull this off. I'm gonna keep that out, and we'll tap this for the mana. Skyfisher. Return a settlement. Replay it. We could probably, let's see, 1, 2. Let's do the Glint Hawk plan here. Tap this here. Blop. Better quality flyers than you got, sir. Play it again. They stop messing with our toys. We're gonna be able to be in this game, but the Mitron's approaching. Send Writhing Chrysalis to Congress campaign. Surveillance. Skyfisher's probably the target. I love any card with flash, but I definitely didn't see that Surveillance being kind of a pauper go-to. Huh. Do they have that little dork that does the thing? You know, the -2 or whatever. Let's just do that. God, all these little tricks. Just keep drawing them courtesy of the deep hours there. I think I'll play another Skyfisher. Yeah, there it is. We still blocked you. Haha. Okay, I think I want to do another Skyfisher play. Give me a plane. I mean, a den. Interesting. We walk into a counterspell. Boy, we're really, really, really down on tempo if that happens. I'm going to try it. Good. That was a big if. Stuck at 2 mana, but hey, we're making the most of it. So we do have that option again. Let's just go crazy with just blocking options here. Hopefully the quality wins out. I keep saying we're going to do stuff next turn, and they keep bouncing things and kind of calling our bluff here. So I'm just going to come over with a Glint Hawk. That's all. We're almost at single digits already, so. Yeah, it's been kind of that flavor. The second I hit go live, you get mana screwed or flooded. It's never a nice mix. Our opponent's a little flooded there, especially with all this ninja shenanigans going on here. Hard cast? Oh, draw 2 cards, all right. Shouldn't say flooded, they just haven't missed a land drop. I have seen some builds with like up to like 12 of these effects of this guy. There's so many cards that do that now. All right, we'll do the obvious thing here. We'll go blop, blop, and blop. Yep, 15 lands, 4 drums. Feels like 19. These brine borrows are very ineffective against the backside of our creatures. I put that Flayer Husk. Once we see maybe the third snap, I might invest in the germ token doing something here. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I could take out Ornithopter, Husk, and wipe the board except for their little Strixes. That might be pretty fun. Before we do, let's make them discard. Since we're going to be probably killing this, I'll do that here. Oh man, we don't have enough. Interesting. I thought we did all by now. Hold on a minute here. Go red. Let's go red on that. They're like, what? What is this new devilry? All right, I'm just going to pull the trigger here. Oh, we can do both. This is cool. So I want to, I'm holding down control right now, just for everybody to know. I have black. Now I'm going to trip this for this, and then for this, and then we're going to do this since it's going to die anyway. Aha! Nova. Hey, we got a drum out of the deal. Cool. Boop. I think this is worth it. Let's bring this out. 1 less damage, or 2 less damage, I should say. Very superior board all of a sudden. What? Oh yeah, because we got rid of that. I'm still on old artifact mana here. So, all right. We're at 10. I don't really want ninjas coming down. I'm going to attack with that. Almost even now. I was still like, okay, we had 2 artifacts. Yeah, and I got rid of them to clear the board here. It can be a bit daunting when you design this style with so much mana flexibility. So you literally, with this mana base, you can play every card in Pauper. It's just a matter of kind of picking out the absolute best options, right? Okay, they clearly have a ninja or some sort of brine barrel effect. That's why I attacked with the Glint Hawks and kept Skyfisher back. They're doing the retrace. It's the retrace owl. That's what I like to call this thing. Ninjutsu. Well, that dies to everything. We only have 1 artifact. All right. What are they discarding next turn? Hopefully not an island. Looks like they've got counter magic available. A Husk would be really fun here. Oh, not you, sir. Good God. This thing's like not even a good deal. How much do these cost? 3? Good lordy. But it does get our mana count better. Might be better to just sit back on Charm, though. Let's attack. I got him dead if we can just keep the air covered here. You know what's bad with this plan, though? I don't have any color source if I attack with everything, so I'm going to keep that back. I'll just come at him for 6. The thing that makes this deck explosive and powerful is also kind of its Achilles heel sometimes. This is good. There's nothing in the graveyard. Thraben Charm, I might be able to get rid of. It is nice to be able to respond to a spell stutter sprite. Felt like they were just waiting on a counter. I mean, they're halfway through their list. They have to have a hard counter or 2, or maybe even 3. Okay, so that's going to tap. When it does, I'll tap it in response to try to generate some mana here. All right, so we're going to respond to that and say, all right, we will do it first. We'll beat you to it. I'll make them do the thing. Cast this. Destroy target enchantment. Sure, we'll do that. Bloop. Mm-hmm. It'd be funny if it was tap, or you have to untap it. And forget, what was that card I got? Sometimes Springleaf Drum, when they have those provoke mechanics, you can just, doop. It's like, haha, not going to get me, copper. If Achilles amputated that leg at the knee, he would still be alive. Just random dreamer stingle. I love it. This is closer than it should be. There's too many tricks happening. Give me an artifact. Give me an Ornithopter. Give me something. They did not replay anything there, suggesting that they have some sort of trick. Hey, maybe I should play Surveillance. Nah. Alrighty. Well, that's cool. I'll just do that now. Yikes, 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 yikes. I don't know about this. Why do I have to do it this turn? I can just do it next turn. Make them use their mana then. Let's attack with the birdies. Boop, boop. I think I'll do that. God, it's so clunky. I've had this built since about Tuesday. I did a lot of good just walking about, thinking about it at work and stuff on downtime, mulling about prospects, options, that sort of thing. All right, I like this. Spellstutter Sprite showing up. Yeah, we'll just respond to this by going like this and killing the ninja. Start using our own shenanigans. Boy, that's a ballsy attack, isn't it? Guess we got double ninja. Might as well, right? Thank you for that, Chimpskey. Yeah, I almost forgot to... I did mention that, but yeah, there will be no show next week, August 22nd. I will be waist deep in lake water, probably with a pickleball paddle in my hand, doing drills in the lake. Which in theory sounds fun, because if you miss, the ball's not going to go far. Hopefully they float. I've never really looked into that. So heart. Oh, okay, drawing 2 cards. This is really close, people. Gotta think they might have an extra snap now. Curious what they, in this build, what they lost for surveillance camera. I don't see, is that, I don't know. It's been working so far for them. It's such a fine-tuned list normally, you know. God, I hate group texts. My phone is just lighting up. Okay. That's a really bad card. I still have a blocker. This is interesting. Just so I can make sure here, when it becomes tapped or is dealt damage, destroyed. All right, so I can't really use it for drum ability. Walking into counter magic. Do I attack? We've got that. I still have that. I think I come in for just the 4 here. Bring these over here. I just have a permanent blocker with my little Skyfisher there. There's 2, all right. That's gone. Four cards. They probably have counter magic. I don't know if it's really worth bringing out that familiar here. If it gets countered, sort of end of turn shenanigans, I'm gonna just pass. Mr. Counterspell. Put the onus on them to develop the board. Ooh. Okay. As their opponent, I'm glad they're playing Cryo Shatter. That's a terrible card. Pay the mana. It does nothing for a little bit. Block. Block. Alrighty, let's do... I want to just generate... It's going to die anyway, so we'll do this. And we'll do... Is it when it becomes a target of spell, but it becomes tapped or is dealt damage? Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Just so I could draw a card EOT. It might be worth it just for the artifact here. Maybe I don't even want to draw this if it resolves. I want to do this on this target so that they're less likely to counter it. They still countered it. Because, you know, it's a -3. It's not going to do any damage. Boy, what a close game. 2-3. 2 cards in hand. All right, cool. Win that one. That was a very frustrating matchup. Krark-Clan really got us home there. We are going to bring in COP Blue, mostly for ninjas. I'm not, you know, unless we get super flooded. With 15 lands, we're not really relying on that outside of our other options with regards to that. I think we could probably get rid of our toxins here. Maybe keep 1. Let's just go down to 2 shamans. That is what kept us in the game, though. Yeah, Cryo Shatter, good for them. I think that's the reason they lost that game. They had better one-drop removal. Even our friend, the Weak Stone Subjugation. That's the one. Woo! Like this hand. We've got a plane. We've got a vestige. We've got a drum. We'll keep. Yeah, if we had Weak Stone Subjugation, we might have won round 3 against Affinity. That turn 1 just Stone Rain effect is pretty brutal. I'm happy with this. We're just going to drop a drum. If we get an Ornithopter, that's obviously the kind of the top pull. Nope, not in the cards. We'll bring out the drum. Courtesy of Seb McKinnon. Very tribal looking. You can just kind of hear it. You have to tap very lightly if your drum surface is made out of leaves. I'd imagine they have to be very dry. Be more of like a, not a drum, but more of a tap. Come on over. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Careful what you wish for. Off we go. A lot of snaps and things. This is kind of hand you can lose with, you know. It's like, yeah, we got COP Blue, and then they just overwhelm you with activation. You don't really have any permanents out there. Skyfisher would be really nice. We do not get it. I'm not going to miss a land drop here. We can't really power out much of anything else. Bring this out. I guess I'll call white. Bloop, bloop, bloop. He's like, what? Good luck dealing with that, Mr. Snap. Doubt they're running Echoing Truth, the card that's just kind of been forgotten. All right. Even though we've got our defenses up, this feels pretty underwhelming right now. I'd really like a Skyfisher to show up. I love this play, giving us options here. Good, good, good. Keep them coming. All right, we've got a reprieve from the governor, as I'm fond of saying. Give me a land, give me a Skyfisher, give me something. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. All right, that's pretty good. I'll take it. I'll do that. We'll do that. We will do this to this to this. Height. Discard. You draw 2 cards, I make you discard 2 cards. How you like that? And we'll do it again. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And if they bounce it, we just stop the ninja from doing its thing. 2 islands, don't like to see that. All right. Oh, these little irritants. This should be called blue gnats. Just, stop it. Quit getting in my way. Neat little workaround here, though, is if they... I'll wait for the block to pass here. Otherwise, if I activated the ninja there, they could still do it, technically. Just turn it into another ninja. Whoop. I haven't seen many of those stops become a thing. That's what I was a little worried about, but hey. We're down to 1 mana again here. I don't think I double Moon Circuit. We're almost flooded here, so I'm not too worried about this. I mean, we are almost a single life. I am getting a little worried. That's... I think we got a defensive play here where we just want to sacrifice our dudes here and draw some cards. Village Rites feeling a bit underwhelming. Let's play Utrom. This is probably going to die. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to hang back here. This is going to be a bloodbath. I can activate 1 rights here if they have some sort of, splash shenanigans. If they snap the monitor, it's going to be tough to want to sacrifice that to draw 2. I think I'll just let it return and see if they have a hard counter for it. Being at 5 mana, you're pretty spell stutter sprite proof. What is this new devilry? Yeah, okay. We can't really do much against that. We can still block with it and do the Village Rites effect, so I'm fine with that. So happy they kept that in the list. Are they going to tap it to do the thing? We'll beat you to it. Hold on, let me read this real quick. It's a becomes tapped or is dealt damage, destroy it. All right, I'll do this and then we'll kill it like this first and draw 2 cards out of the deal. They got a sprite, they'll probably use it. All right, cool. I like seeing the husk. This is good news. Yeah, Fanatical Offering, such a good card, but in this list I had a little scratch pad and it was like 8 to 1 number of times I wanted that to not be, not be Village Rites. I'm gonna block. Be careful if you play with Rune of Protections. You have to use white mana. The old school Circle of Protections are great because it's just generic colors. All right, I will turn this on for this. We'll do that. I'll probably return it, and then we'll just turn on the Circle of Protection again. The onus is on them. Cool. Yeah, Flayer Husk is going to be a good option. Accelerating the board, blocking ninjas and such. It's kind of not worth countering, especially when we have this as the little backup plan. This is when you want to see a spell stutter sprite. All right. Unfortunately, now we still might. Okay, so we can't really attack with that. So let's make mana out of the deal, shall we? Do this here. Must counter. Oh, they don't have a spell stutter sprite. Interesting. All right. Very slow. Feels like we could still win it. Tempo's so on their side, though. Yeah, that cycling is pretty sweet, though. Like, draw that extra COP. You're like, oh, yeah, try this out. Yeah, fool. I guess we'll drop here. Ninja time. Let me take one. His son in the other room getting all excited. That kid loves football so much. He watches just old games. Cracks me up. I'm going to do the trick here. I'm going to think about it, and we're going to think, no. Hold on. Let's think a little bit more. Let's just drop a husk here. Not worth countering, because I just showed you red. Get scared. Get very scared. I think we'll come in for this. It's probably going to die. We've got Village Rites for the... Oh, all right, cool. I'm going to wait again to sell the lie. Do we do the red thing now? What red thing? That red thing. Here we go. There's a little bit of red in this artwork. Come on now. Right? Woo! Creepy village folks. Yeah, agreed, Dreamer Stingo. Back when sets came out 2 or 3 times a year and you could tell that they were well designed, not just reprints of Spider-Man. However, I will say I did see the new Spider-Man movie. I was very bored and at work and on my phone and had some time to kill, and it was pretty decent. I didn't want to like it, so if you haven't seen it and you're a Spider-Man fan, it's pretty good that way. All right, we're going to do something here with this, and Village Rites it. Bloop. We still have the artifact sucker. Oh, don't want to see that, do we? It might be worth a counter. Like they see another one, they might knee-jerk want to counter it. It's like, you fool, it's already out. 2 mana to go from here. Cool. It's a block party, folks. Block here, block here. Pay for all the damage. Doing the thing. Yeah, sure. We take nothing. Ornithopter. We still have that red ruse on the books, right? We'll cast the Ornithopter. Might be worth equipping the husk here. All right, that's a mild irritant. I'm not going to be blocking or attacking with this, so I might as well do the thing here. I'll do this for our real spell. I'll play it again. We'll drop this here. Yeah, it's time to equip here. Vestige before anything else. I'll put this on here. I mean, it'll probably get countered, but a 1/3 is so hard for this to fight through, right? I've got the other one. I'd rather just keep the trick open. We've got Village Rites ability here. Whatevers. Let's go. What on earth are you talking about, Chimpskey? Spreading seas. Okay. It does absolutely nothing. They have Island Walk or something? One of my favorite Hudson Hawk quotes. Yes, I like that movie. Danny Aiello. May he rest in peace. one of my favorite actors. He had such good chemistry with Bruce Willis in that movie. And he says, the contrarian in me loves this line. He goes, I hated smoking until I saw my first no smoking sign. Stay off the grass. Let's play soccer. I just love that. So good. All right. Before this even happens, we're going to do the thing with this. Say black. Bloop. We'll tap it first. We'll kill it first. Sucker. Drawing cards. Doing the thing. Woo! There's a real card. Hell comes to Frogtown. I'll write it down for next viewing. Sometimes movies can be so bad, they're good, right? All right, so they got a thing here. Okay, a little bit of damage going to get in. We're going to make them discard stuff. Can I do anything with this? We don't really need to. Sure. Really don't want to see a moon circuit here, but we probably will. A very obvious play here of doing this for the ninja. Keeping them honest. Let's go. No circuit, no circuit, no circuit. Yes. Well, we're almost dead though. Gotta be careful. Mana is welcomed at this stage. Bum, bum, bum. Woo! Hey, thanks for that blue mana. Let's go. Gotta be careful here. I think we bring back the Flayer Husk. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, watch our time. All right, 8 minutes. It's crazy. Huh. If they do a little alpha strike, let's pretend that they've got options there. We're going to have to do that to that. I think it might be worth equipping at this stage. We'll tap this. I'll put this on maybe this. There we go. I can activate a COP once. They're at one card. They can trip that Surveillance. This might be a lost game. It's only we're at 7 minutes. They're at 8. This is game 2. Crazy. Is there a spell? I know we always talk about that Sky Shaper stone thing that I always bring up where everything gets flying if you sacrifice it. But is there something that all creatures lose flying? I think there is. I know Dust Corona isn't it, but it's a card like that. Might be even a green card. I think it's red, though. All right, they don't have a trick. Hopefully they drew another Cryo Shatter. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Whiteout has it, but I'm thinking of another. I swear it's red. Man, they're at 18. This does not bode well for our clock or other things. Well, let's go. Another Husk shows up. Sure, we'll do that. Keeping the mystery card back. I'm just going to keep smashing with this. Let's get in there. Really got to focus on trying to win this game. I don't think we have enough time to do these shenanigans again. Probably, yeah, I should have equipped a germ onto the Refurbished Familiar just so I have another flying blocker. A little mini punt there. I don't know. You could argue the opposite too against a mono blue deck having 5 options to. I mean, we can COP blue everything but one attacker here. They're tripping the Surveillance, it looks like. We haven't seen too many Glint Hawks or Skyfishers, so you could also argue putting the Husk token on the Refurbished Familiar as a bit of a tempo killer. Synergy killer is more accurate. You may tap target creature. Consider yourself tapped. All right. Good thing about attacking with the monitor, it's probably less likely to be a target of Cryo Shatter. If it's tapped, does it just immediately die? That would be interesting. Oh, when it becomes tapped. Yeah, that's silly. All right, let's kill Spellstutter Sprite. Let's kill Ninja. And let's kill just as many fairies as we can. Didn't see that coming, did you, Copper? What do we got? This. This. I wish it was just damage, but it's to you. That way we could keep our familiar around. More safe. Simplified board. Sprite showing up, all right. Oh, me too, Dreamer Stingo, yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't even be playable if Royal Assassin was out in common. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? It's a really good pull here. Let me just double check what I should do. Yeah, we'll bring out Glint Hawk. We'll return a Husk. This is a pretty obvious play here. Another critter. I'll use this for that. I like having the COP in my hand, actually. It's kind of like, it just foretells like, gotcha, sucker. I got discipline. I'm never going to play this mystery card. I could just COP the whole crew here, but I really hate them having options. Deal a lot of bounce effects. We haven't seen a single snap, so. Oh, yeah. That's why I wanted to kill the other miscreant, so they couldn't draw at this stage. They have to commit resources to die here. Okay. Thraben Charm, really like this pull. They have 3-4 flyers. Let's really put their feet to the screws. Here we go. I'll EOT after combat if they don't attack next turn. We'll do this. Coming over for 4. They gotta use their whole team if they don't have a trick. Okay. Well, that's dead. All right, we're probably walking right into a counterspell, but hey, it's better on their turn than ours, right? I'll do this for this. We'll kill this guy. All right, 4 life. I don't really care if they counter this. It's not like some like, oh my god, it has to go through. Yep. I've got to start offering up some trades here. This is probably not even going to get countered. It's not that big of a threat here. So let's do this. I don't know why you would counter this. That's great. The only thing that it really affects is a ninja. I really want to start some aggro going here. They only got the 1 card. I have plenty of COP activations. This really, I'm just trying to whittle them down here. Give them enough tempo time, they will find the answers here. So. Yeah, Ornithopter is doing a lot of work. Lots of work. Skyfisher, so good right here. Let's attack again with the same crew. Skyfisher will probably get countered. I wonder what the smartest thing to bring back is. That's gone. Okay. We'll do Skyfisher. Almost a must counter here. Yep. Hey, I'm glad it's a counter spell. Yep. We'll chill out. Whittling them down. Turn off their spigot of card draw here. Okay, that's fine. It just absolutely does nothing. I'm so glad they're playing that card. I mean, it does do something, but it's very underwhelming. It's like playing Healing Salve. Rinse, repeat. Oh, this is fun, huh? They're hellbent, and we can just do this. That's fun. Let's go like this. This is just such a kick in the face. We'll return the monitor, and then we'll use the Spreading Seas mana to do the thing. Yep. We'll return this, and then, hey, thanks for giving me the blue. Sucker. Boop, boop. I'll just come over honestly. I'm still giving them a lot of respect here. I could equip that Flayer Husk a lot of times, but yeah, we just win next turn. Unless they have like an upheaval effect, which I don't think there is in Pauper. Yeah, I won game 1. It's been a slog. I can be a very obstinate opponent against fairies. I would say I might be in the top few % of people that know how to play against fairies the most, just given my background of grinding for decades. Sure, let's do it on that. We'll go boom, boom, boom. You want to lose your whole team? Just doing this so that they really can't team up on anything. Cool. Thank you, Circle of Protection. Bok, bok. 3 minutes to go. Where are the snaps? Did they take them out? They're halfway through their list. We haven't seen a single snap. Not that it would do too much good here, but all right, they got 2 flyers. They have to block, and they're hellbent. How mean is this? 1-3, just roadblock. Woo! Man, that was a long game. All right, last round. Here we go. We're 2-2. My lifetime average against Fae is extremely high. I used to design just to beat that. That used to be my MO. Now it's just to beat red. That deserves a sniff of my favorite eucalyptus candle. Yuck, no lands. Last round, everybody. Again, reminder, no show on 8/22/26 next Saturday, 7 days from now. I don't know how, and many other ways there are to say that. Anyone break that down in a minute? We will mulligan. We've got every color. We can't really do too much, but I'm going to keep. I guess we'll get rid of a den. Let's just. Watch its elves. I'm going to get rid of the shaman. Is it done? Oh no, it's a forest. Did I just throw away the way to win? Just now we have to draw it when we already had it. If this is elves, I'm gonna kind of giggle because that's wow. I've only got 2 more of those in the list here. Just give me a 1-drop or something. All right, I'll take that. That's fine. I'll bring this out. I can't really activate it. I considered playing the Survivors Encampment, but to what end, you know? We do need a black mana source here. All right, so is this like spy combo walls? Can't really tell. Somebody give me a list. Alrighty. I like that. I like that a lot. I'll do this. Now we can do this to here. Blop. Get rid of that. Give us some more intel. What do we got? Another wall. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of flyers, so we're not too worried about that. Not to be dishonest, I don't know what we're playing against. Is it traditional walls? Is it the... Oh, now it looks like spy. All right. Guess we'll just wait for them to go off when we get them really close, and we'll just guard that 2-mana spot and act like we don't have any cards in our hand. I love evasion. That's why I like this list. Lead the Stampede. This will give us even more intel. Into Mass Vandal. Oh, Vandals will be pretty nasty on this here. Guess they could put it on the stack and we can remove the graveyard. That might be a little reckless. By a little, I mean a lot. Here we are. Acting like we've got this in the bag. We've only got this dude here. Ooh, that's pretty fun, huh? Do I just play it to do it? That'd be pretty sweet. Let me go red here. I just want the option here. Boop. Hi there. We'll go blue on this. Just got a kill switch on the board. That's kind of fun, right? Ooh, Skyfisher. Have I played a land this turn? I think I'm safe here. I'm just going to bring this back. We'll play it again. Attack. I can wax the board anytime I want. I mean, it'll cost us a lot, but this is like a 1-mana cast deck, so if I'm left with just a Survivors Encampment, I'll be fine if I need to. I might, with this board state, hard cast that Sagu. Double Mass Vandal. There's the Spy. Yeah, wait, have we lost here? It might still get us. The Skyfisher might have cost us the game. We have the graveyard answer here. Okay. There's 6. Yep. Now, do I want to do the thing? So if I sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, kill all of these. Nah. I'd go after the drum if I was him. We could get rid of everything but the battlements if they target our artifact again. I think we're just dead here, though. I went a little too... Oh, okay. Interesting. Cool. We haven't shown them Charm yet, so... They're going the protective route. All right. Oh, I like that. All right. Note to self. Keep that mana open. Well, we do have that still, huh? Develop the mana, do the thing. Rock here. Like this to here. We gotta have 7 artifacts to kill that beast. I can't remember if they showed us this twice or if there are 2 vandals. I think we'll pretend that there's still one there. I can kill the int if I draw another charm, damn it. But we're stuck. There's been some exhilarating combat games the last 2 or 3. There's a wall. I can almost get rid of everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more artifact and we're ready to go. What are the odds I have Thraben Charm in my hand? They're wondering. A little stained glass looking for us. I don't know if I've seen that one before. What's so compelling about stained glass? I think it just kind of simplifies or fractals life. Okay. Gaining lots of land. I wish I could like right click, say yield to all until Balstrad Spy is on the stack, and then just go have a soda. Speaking of which. Double int. All right. Most stats by let me. It's been. I'm so ignorant on this card. When this creature enters, that's right. They target themselves usually, and then boom. 3 cards in their hand. I do believe it's those. We're at 20. Not feeling too bad. Both in time and life. Keep the show entertaining. I'll bring up the creepy doll with the coconut head. Ooh. It's like a Halloween shelf up here. My brother gave me a porcelain doll that is like something like 200 years old from Italy. I have it in a little bird cage up here. It's a little too cluttered to show you. I think on some of my old Halloween episodes, I had it enter the frame. Chimpskey probably knows the reference, but or any more hardcore watchers out there, Dreamer Stingo. Let's go. Come on. What are they doing here? Are they logging on to Twitch to see if I have Thraben Charm? It feels like that kind of a pause. Of course, I mean, the name says it all, but I don't know if DB Propaganda is more on the nose or if deluxeicoff is. I've been out of the... I don't know if I've been in the zeitgeist. Oh, they have disconnected. Let's give them a few minutes. We'll go to like 17 even, and then we'll call it a victory. Game log. I like to do this one. Oh, they're back already. Maybe some bad internet or something. For you guys new to Magic Online, if it shows red there, I mean, it's kind of inherent, right? Green go, red stop. Means they're online. Losing a nap. Love it. I'm considering just blocking with Skyfisher here. I'm not going to, but God, I wish I knew if we knew we were drawing Thraben Charm next turn, this would be awesome because we could. No, they've cast the Wildling too. We're in deep trouble. I'm gonna take this. I might have to like double block. No, I can't really do that either. Ah, boy. Well, I can at least block and do the thing next turn for that. Yeah, I gotta be economic with my use of permanents here. I love Network Disruptor. Use that in the Blue Robots build. It's like a very cheap Pestermite. Circle of Protect and Green. Yeah, I've considered that for elves, and I'm like, wait, I already have 3 Shaman's Mane and 1 more in the yard, which is going to be awesome against that. So. Tripping some life. Here we go. I really want to kill that Wildling, like with double blocks, but I need to keep my artifact count up. 2, 4, 6. Crap. Well, these don't have trample, so I'll block here. It's going to die anyway, so let's gain some life. Drawing 2. Familiar. Good. Another artifact. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that, Chimpskey. This is game 1, so I do have options on those. Except that I can't kill those Sagu wildlings. That's the problem. All right. Both of these are down. All right. It's easy to remember. They have a spy in their hand, that's all. It feels like we've lost this one. Let this go. He's targeting me. No response. Unless they just drew another one. I think I'm going to gamble here. We'll cast this. We can do 8 damage, so that has flying too. Good grief. I got to get rid of a flyer. I really do. It's just, bloop. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Land grant. Okay. Ooh, Toxin Analysis. Where are you? Two, 4, 6, 7. I can kill everything except for these flyers. It will be a bloodbath. I'm going to do it. Because I think we've lost already, so I kind of want to try this out here. We will block, block, block. Yeah, I might as well not take any damage here. We'll have one flyer out after the fact here. Say okay on those. I'm going to hold down control right now. We will add black. We will sacrifice. Actually, hold on. We will add white. Okay, now it's time to sacrifice. Wait, I can't do that. I'm counting on these to kill that, and I can't do the thing until that happens. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. Can I reset blockers? Why isn't this letting me reset blockers? I'm still on blocks. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. It's frustrating. All right, taking too much time. I'm just going to wax the board here. I'll call black. Sacrifice Ornithopter for rights. Yeah, and then we just die. That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 7 to kill both of those. All right, I'll do that. Well, we're just dead. It won't let me reset blockers, so I have to wax the board here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Let me do tap that. Oh shit, I meant to tap it. Oh well, same result. This. We're gonna have just nothing. This. 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 It's exciting. I don't think we're going to win, though. God damn, my phone. Did I mention how much I hate group texts? And we don't have anything on the board. Taking 5, half to block. And we need white source and a Skyfisher to just miraculously just show up. That's not going to do it. We'll go like this. Drop this. Now we're in that color predicament again. Frustrating. Crunch. An awkward game 1, huh? Oh, let me put spy. Put an L there. We have lost. Here we go. Game 2. You see 2 charms in our graveyard. They might have an alternate route planned here. Where were you, Toxin Analysis? Ah! Those damn flyers. I kind of feel like we're almost pre-boarded here. I'm just going to run this back. I don't see much of this helping us. Maybe for like a Skyfisher, just for extra. Let's try that. I don't like that Tormod Crypt art. I forgot to do it up. I so wish they would come up, Daybreak Games would come up with a thing where you could right click on any card in your collection and say like, make default, so that if somebody sends you a list with a Tormod Crypt in it, it will always load your favorite artwork unless otherwise noted. Wouldn't that be cool? They should hire me. Yeah, I want to play first. Love, 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 love. Keep. This is a very winning hand. This was an Ancient Den, it'd be even better. But we've got a first turn Refurbished Familiar. That's pretty sweet. Or do we? Yeah. Look closely, folks. Oh, the phone. I just pictured Dreamer Stingo and like them Chimpskey just with like 3 AI chatbots just trying to find like obscure quotes and relevance to the board state. Glad to have you with us, my friends. All right, here we go. Thopter. How can he do that on turn 1? I'll tell you. Watch this sucker. I'll do it again next turn. Rah! Get out of here. Maybe I should play Charge. 1 white mana. All your creatures get 1/1. I know a Methodical. God, where's he been? It's been like 3 or 4 years since I've seen him in any sort of standings. Used to be quite a tournament regular. Love that guy's math. All right, Land Grant's gone. So's the Forest It Revealed. So's the other Land Grant. Another one, eh? All right. Maybe they're going with the plan A, right? Booyah. Come on. That's pretty cool. Let's just do this for now. Probably going to lose Gate Creeper Vine, I'd imagine. Yeah. Is discard more important? Or just get some air power in this thing here. You know what? I'm actually going to flavor the Husk here. This is kind of good for the Sagu Wildling. I can trade Refurbished Familiar after I equip a Flayer Husk to it, but just trying to buy some aggro time here. So I can equip and attack and do the thing here, and then make them discard again. Second main. Okay, that's interesting. Now I can't do that. I'll just confuse him here. Was he got ninjas? I did have a build of ninjas with this for a few months. All right, that's fine. Boom, pow. Bringing this back. Yes, please. This one. Black. Do it again next turn. What are all these creatures you have? I think it's more like... I'll be honest, I don't remember. Let's just do that. I have 2 cards, about to lose another one. Claws of Wirewood. I love that card. Yeah, that would be a backbreaker for this deck. It's a fun little experiment to go back and watch the original showcase of Brute Squad. I did a little tutorial video on it. I go back to it a lot and just look at it and see, like, how was I sideboarding back then? Obviously a different metagame, but still pretty cool. All right, Lotleth Giant is in the house. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of silly at this stage. Attack. Well, this is one of them things. They might have it. It's been fun regardless. Remember, we're going to be off next week doing the thing. Fairly obvious. We are naked. That's a good sign. Nothing with reach, please. Frustrating. Okay. It's like, stop killing my stuff. We have death on the board if they don't have a way. Oh, now they're going to be able to do it. They kill the familiar. Darn it. Yep. Good call. So I can equip the husk and we had lethal there. Didn't even see these and see that. I'm going to drop that damn wildling and... That's good. You know, I'm actually thinking of, God, I wish I had another turn. So we can attack for, 5 here. Obviously, we could play the Utrom Monitor, but we could play Krark-Clan Shaman. 1, 2, 3, 4, kill everything. And then that wildling, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if they could cast this. I don't think that's the play. Let's go blue. We're attacking. I wouldn't play Writhing Chrysalis in this build, but I don't know how they're building it these days. Seems like there's plenty of good reach options. Is this wildling or is this Okay. Like to see that. I just win here. Unless they're just hoping I'm very timid. Cool. Red. Pope. 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 All right. Game 3. It's a wild one, folks. They're rounding the corner. So-and-so's in the lead. Double check. Yep. I think we're all right. Let's do some superstitious moves here. Get one analysis between. Yeah, looks like it should go here. Yeah, that's how I'd build it. Yeah. Last game, no matter what. So we're either going to be 3-2 or 2-3. Surprised me. I thought, just like last week, I was just having a day with these kind of builds, and I like this. This draw's really good. Pretty much have 3 Bird of Paradise manas. We'll keep this. Look at us keeping draws, right? Problem is, our opponent did 2. We're both at 7. Woo! Krark-Clan Shaman is going to give him a little bit of a hesitation on things here. Sure, we'll just go like this, go like this, go like this. Pass the turn. I'm not going to get too greedy with Thoughtcast here. I'm going to just worry about the Skyfisher. I want to get some aggro going up here quick. Before the Changeling shows up. Masked Vandal. One of the enemies to this list for sure. Righto, sir. Let's do this here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Returning this. Replaying it. Doing the thing. That still cost 2. And last time I checked, that cost 2. Kind of want our opponent to have a hiccup of some sort. He really stuck at that much mana. Oh, maybe I'll take out the battlement. Sometimes playing a little aggressive or wanton with Thraben Charm suggests that you have another one in your hand, right? Yeah, I kind of kill for another Krark-Clan Shaman at this stage. This might be worthy of you could wax just the Thopter and maybe the Den. Take out everything but the battlement. Might be pretty great. All right, here we go. Huzzah! What do we got? Not much. I'm gonna go blue here. All right. I don't want to do that far. Vestige in the right. Fighting us a little bit here. Let's keep Village Rites an option here. We'll just return Thopter. Yep. Keep our tempo up. Keep at least an option for rights. Does this cost 2 right now? Yeah, that's what I thought. I did play land. Oh, shoot. Should have attacked. There's a punt. Watch, they win with 2 life. Might want to have gotten rid of rights, actually. 1 or 2 of them. There's not much blocking or sort of combat removal happening here. So I think if I really did a deep dive, like if I face this a lot, I might cut like a Village Rites or 2. If we're using it defensively, we're losing. It is a way to get out from under the losses, though, being able to draw options. But so many decks, they pick on your stuff. So that 1 mana answer is so nice to just be like, aha, I'll kill it first. The old black sack style stuff, right? Here we go. Looks like they got it. Oh, all right. They've got a flyer. We've got a charm for it. Yeah, I think I'll just do that, just so we can keep up air pressure. I want to call it that. Pop, pop, artifact count's good, so I think we're in the realm of Village Ritesing the Ornithopter EOT. I think that might be the play. We don't want to see a mass vandal here. And we might have to sacrifice our own monitor if we do. So, Fred Luck, first time on Twitch. Love your videos on YouTube. Thank you, my friend. Very appreciated. Hope you've watched the playlists of the commercials and stuff. If not, we roll to those every once in a while here. It's better than looking at an empty chair, but I appreciate the love. Good old-fashioned prophetic prism. Yeah, could be. I'd much rather, what was the earlier suggestion with the Navigator's Compass? Definitely more the style of this list, keeping it very low. I like me some drums because, like I've always said, turns everything into a hasted bird of paradise. Why do people play this card? Because it has reach. Andalusian nap. Love when we get first-time chatters. Ooh, it's been a long stream today, 2.5 hours. These have been some slogs. Not only one game 3. That was against Affinity. I'm representing that we have another Thraben Charm in our hand. We do not. I'm going to need it to get past Vitu-Ghazi over there. I'm gonna pause just to be like, oh, we got it. What you gonna do? How's that worded again? I can never remember this thing right. They're just helping us at this point. Throwing a settlement out like that. It's great. All right, I'm going to go black. Killing the Thopter. We need some options. We've got 4 artifacts on the board still. Hey, welcome to see that guy. Cool. Yeah, I think I can pull the trigger. Let's rock like this. We'll call blue. Since we're going to use blue for red. Blop. Then we shall do this. Red. I should do 4. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have to kill one of my own dudes, don't I? Tap and untap creature you control. Well, I guess I gotta kill one of my guys anyway. So let's do that one. Go red here. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yep. There's no real reason to power up any of this stuff, so I'm gonna hold down control and we're gonna go on a sacrificial fest. Bam. Bam. 3, 4. I wish I had a Village Rites. I don't. Crunch. Like I said earlier, this would lose our entire team with my old build. That I have true flyers. And we shall attack. Yeah, that's kind of made the decision a little bit easier, seeing them at 1 land there. And it's the off land too. They don't have access to green right now. And I'm still threatening that I'm holding a Thraben Charm. Oh, there's green. No! Oh man, that hurts. Oh, what a dramatic game. Where's my Village Rites? I have rights, damn it. It's a drop. Yeah, where's Admiral Akbar? We haven't heard him in the chat for quite a few weeks or months, maybe even. First time chat. Thrash big. I got a lot of first time chatters here. All right, we're going to still represent that we have something of relevance. We do not. We're just sitting ducks here. I've already seen 2 Balstrad spies. How many does this list run? Isn't it only 2 spies, or do they run all 4? I think it's all 4. It is a combo deck. You know, don't want to limit yourself, right? A deck may have any number of Balstrad spies. Right now, the damn spy is in our way. How are things exiled? There's two more on their list here. Just gonna really hold on to that. Even I was gonna say even a Flayer Husk would be really good right now. I could get through. Can't do much here. Let's we'll go white on this. So normally I would say return this and then maybe play this, but then that gives away that we're not holding the goods. So I will return this. Nah. Then I'll play it. This still represents that we have Thraben Charm in our hand. Any other combination doesn't. I can at least start attacking now with the double Skyfishers. That's a long slog. I don't know if we're going to win this one, guys. That was a fun Krark-Clan activation, though. I did not see that card coming when it was released. I was like, all of a sudden I just started seeing it everywhere. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? What is this new devilry? Quoting The Lord of the Rings a lot. There's a party tonight. Big pickleball get together, as I mentioned earlier. I always like to use Gandalf's line. It will be a party of special magnificence. Slayer Husk. Prayer Husk. I love you guys. Almost 3 hours in, still having a good time. Keeping it lively. It's a sort of a digital anthropology every week here, being able to touch the minds and cultures of so many people around the world. I always like that part of streaming. Oh, there's a quote mouthful. All right, let's do this here. We're going to go blue on this. Maybe we will find the real answer. Let's go. Oh, 3. I can't trespass that badly. Not at this stage of the game. Let's just attack. But lets us play the other land because now we still have mystery card. Maybe they think we're bluffing. Who knows? We're doing 2. I'll play the camp. Pretend we are bluffing. Still have a mystery card. If you've learned anything today, maybe it's that. Don't play Hellbent. Always give them a chance. Thoughtcast. Krark-Clan Shaman. Ate him up. You know, it's not really made itself known today is Toxin Analysis. I've seen it like once and I used it just to generate artifact. That was it. I'm going to do the thing where I'm going to think, we're going to be like, you know what? That's not that bad. We'll let them have it. Act like we're counter happy, you know, and say, oh, no. All right. Got to sell the drama, man. Good live album, by the way, Selling the Drama. I love that band. Hate the name of the band, though. Live, Live, it's tough to search for it. Ed Kowalczyk, I forget the lead singer's name. I know it's Ed, similar to what I said, but I really like their music. Okay, this is decent. Well, can I even play it, though? 3. I can. We'll go here. Tap this for black. This for this. Still have the mystery card. Let's go. Don't be a Lothlet giant. It is. Woo! Here we go. Attack! Anything have reach? I thought something else had reach. Oh well. Healthy life total. Familiars representing white mana Thraben Charm that we do not have currently. I give our opponent about a 79% win rate from this point on. At 3 times the cards we do at the beginning of this turn, or bluffing. Of course, we will be able to Thoughtcast next turn. So if we can live through this turn, it might be a big turn. Yeah, Throwing Copper is actually one of my least favorite albums of theirs. The Damn It Otter Creek, that first track I really like, though. Reminds me of where I grew up. Secret Samadhi, and God, they came out. They were one of those weird bands where I can't say definitively, but their albums kept getting better. At least in my opinion. The Desert, that's a really good song from... All right. I think we've lost here. Sure. Well, it's been fun, folks. We're acting like we have it, but we don't. I mean, we kind of gave that away, right? Once they do the Dread Return, we'll tap for white mana, and hopefully they'll just concede. I like that generous angle. Due to inflation, that album's been re-released as Throwing Nickel. All right, I'm going to say, we got it! We got it! We got it! We don't got it. You klutz. Hope it's not a deposit bottle. All right, we go 3-2 on the day. This is that part of the show where we say, I think it's this. Nope. Well, I think we're a little loaded against red when I look at the sideboard. It's pretty obvious. I'm not sure if we need the 4th Krark-Clan Shaman. Might be fun to have one more Toxin Analysis, but as it sits right now, I know we went 2-3. I do really like the way the deck plays right now. I'm still fine-tuning it. Again, this Octolan Landmark, I'll bring it up because it's such a weird card. I got to keep showing it just so it's not something like you say Skyfisher and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. Oteklan, I don't know how to say it. Help me, Chimpskey, Landmark. I'm always mispronouncing everything. It's got some pretty good synergy. The scry is actually very relevant. The crafting is pretty cool. And then having a 1/4 flying artifact is pretty sweet. But I anticipated a lot more red today. We didn't see it once. We lost a big blue, beat elves, lost to affinity in a very close one, beat fairies, and then lost a close one with spy. So some pretty epic long games there and everything. So again, reminder, next week, no show. I'll be back the week after that, playing something hopefully cool, win maybe 1 or 2 more games. 5-0 is a little hard to come by, but we do it every once in a while. 4-1's a lot, but whatever. I'm not going to be online very much today, but maybe tomorrow night. So if you're online, hopefully I'll bump into you and stuff. Anyway, again, this is a Brute Squad with a huge overhaul. I've lost the Brute Squads, or Ginger Brute that gave it the moniker, so I had to give this one a new monitor, SKYSquad, because it's got like 20 flying creatures. Anyway, y'all, thank you to Chimpskey and Will and myself, who hasn't been here in a little bit. Always having my back and keeping the chat lively. And to you, chat, thank you. And first-time viewers and stuff like that, please like, subscribe, and do all that boring stuff. Till then, till 2 weeks from now, I'll see you. We're going to go out on, maybe some Pauper parlance. Adios, everybody.